Hey everyone, I'm Princess Fabila. This time I will continue the flow of the discussion by presenting to you the 5 remaining famous philosophers along with their understanding or philosophy about self. First is Descartes. Descartes is a French philosopher known as the father of modern philosophy. According to him, human person is composed of two parts, the body and the mind, na kung saan ang body at ang mind ay dalawang bagay na magkasalungat. Meaning to say, they are both independent. Ang mind ay may kanyang o may sariling responsibility o obligasyon sa ating pagkatao at ganun din ang body. So, in other words, ang body at ang mind ay hindi iisa. Also, Descartes believes that our minds are superior or more powerful kaysa sa ating body. So, bakit? Kasi sa mind, dito nangyayari ang mental states or sa Tagalog ay estado ng kaisipan na kinabibilangan ng thinking, imagining, and analyzing. Sa kabilang banda naman sa ating body, dito nangyayari ang physical states such as pain, hunger, and sadness. So para kay Descartes, mas mahalaga ang knowledge kaysa sa feelings or emotion. So paano ka nasabi yun? Kasi 'di ba, when you think, when you imagine, or when you analyze, by means of this, makakakuha ka ng knowledge, di ba? Makakakuha ka ng wisdom, information, or lesson. Kumpara naman sa physical states ng ating katawan, kapag nakaramdam ka ng pain, gutom, or kalungkutan, these are nothing but just emotion. So, mind is powerful or more superior than the body because mind helps us to acquire new knowledge or wisdom, and that's why it's the mind that makes us human. So panghuli ay yung concept ni Descartes na cogito ergo sum, or in English is I think therefore I am. And for your information, connected dito yung kanyang famous work na Meditations of the First Philosophy at yung kanyang paniniwala na ang mind ay mas powerful kaysa sa ating body. So, paano ko nasabi? Kasi sa kanyang famous work, nakasaad doon na dapat magkaroon tayo ng maraming pagdududa. At sa mind naman, syempre, sa utak ng tao, dito nabubuo yung mga doubts. I think therefore I am means that if you are able to think, then you exist. Kapag may kakayahan kang magduda or marami kang pagdududa, then you exist. Take for example, nagdududa ka kung ba't ka nag-aaral. So, ba't nga ba tayo nag-aaral, di ba? Siyempre, para matuto, para pagdating sa pag-apply ng trabaho, mas mataas yung qualification natin, at isa pa ay para makatulong sa ating mga magulang. So, in that way, sa pagkakaroon natin ng doubt, it is a proof that there is self. Sa pagkakaroon natin ng doubt, sa pagda-doubt natin, malalaman natin kung ano yung purpose natin, kung ba't natin ginagawa yung isang bagay, at malalaman natin kung ba't tayo nag-i-exist. And to sum up the philosophy of Descartes, according to self, always bear in your minds that according to him, human self is a thinking entity that doubts, understands, analyzes, questions, and reasons. Next is Hume. Hume is a famous Scottish philosopher and empiricist. When we say empiricist, it is someone who believes in empiricism. Now, what is meant by empiricism? Empiricism means that ideas and knowledge develop in our minds as a result of our sensory experiences. That's why Hume always believes that knowledge can only be possible if it is sense and experience. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? Ibig sabihin lamang nito, ayon kay Hume, bago tayo maka-acquire ng knowledge or conclusion mula sa isang bagay, ay una, kailangan muna nating magkaroon ng experience dito gamit ang ating mga senses. Halimbawa, ampalaya, yung mismong bunga ng ampalaya. Masasabi mo bang mapait ang ampalaya kung wala kang sense of taste? And masasabi mo bang rough ang texture ng bunga ng ampalaya kung wala kang sense of touch? O di kaya naman sa Ferris wheel, masasabi mo bang nakakahilo sumakay sa Ferris wheel without experiences na makasakay dito? And this idea of empiricism really supports the perspective of Hume about the self. Ano nga bang perspective ni Hume pagdating sa self? According to him, there is no self, meaning self doesn't exist, and how experiences are being connected with the self. Ayon din sa kanya, ang experiences ay kinakategorize or nahahati sa dalawa, which are impression and idea. Ang impression is a thing perceived by our senses. I mean, it's the way how we characterize something or someone. Ang idea naman, ito yung pagkakaroon natin ng thought na resulta sa ating mga experiences. For Hume, self doesn't exist because it's only a bundle or a collection of perceptions. Halimbawa ako, I can characterize myself as a brave person. Pero pagdating sa ibang tao, hindi nila ako nakikita bilang isang matapang na tao. At ganun lang kasimple yon. Ayon kay Hume, hindi nag-i-exist ang self kasi iba-iba ang perception ng mga tao pagdating sa sarili. At para sa kanya, mag-i-exist lang ang self kapag iisa ang perception ng mga tao ukol dito. Next, Kant. Kant is a German philosopher and one of the central Enlightenment thinkers. In contrast with Hume's belief, Kant believed that the self did exist. Hume said, self is just a perception only from our impressions and ideas or experiences. But to Kant, we construct self. Because it is the self that deliberately prevents the self from experiencing a rational world. All of our perceptions and thoughts are actively organized by the self. The mind may grasp aspects of reality that are not bound to the senses, allowing the self to transcend experience. According to him, there is necessarily a mind that organizes the impressions that men get from the external world. Because without the self, one cannot organize the different impressions that one gets in relation to his own existence. Ryle's perspective about self. For your information, Gilbert Ryle was a British philosopher principally known for his critique of Cartesian dualism, for which he coined the phrase ghost in the machine. For him, what counts most is a person's actions and behavior present in his day-to-day life experiences. Para kay Ryle, ang taong naniniwala sa existence ng self o ang taong naghahanap sa existence ng self ay maihahalin tulad sa isang tao na gustong bumisita sa university ng kanyang kaibigan para hanapin lang yung university alone. And syempre pagpasok niya sa loob ng campus, makikita niya doon yung field, yung teachers, yung staffs, yung students. Pero yung university alone, hindi. Kahit abutin pa siya doon ng hanggang gabi or pagkaumaga. And this is because, according to Ryle, the campus, the people, the systems, and the territory form the university. So, ganun din sa paghahanap ng self sa isang tao. Hindi mo makikita yung self dahil lang sa salitang self. I mean, it's the behavior that shows who you are. It's the behavior that shows what you're capable of, and it's the behavior or attitude that manifest the characteristic that you have as a human being. Kasi para kay Ryle, naniniwala si Ryle na the self is not an entity one can locate and analyze, but simply the convenient name that people use to refer to all the behaviors that people make. The last philosopher to discuss is Ponti. Ponti is a philosopher and a man of letters. He is also the leading exponent of phenomenology in France. Ponti opposes Descartes' belief in Cartesian dualism. As I previously stated, Descartes believes that the human individual is separated into two opposing entities, the mind and body, in which the mind and the body work separately and independently in the human life. Ponti, on the other hand, believes that the mind and body are one. Brains and bodies communicate with one another. For him, there are no experiences that are not embodied. Every single thing we do is embodied experience, meaning our cells, organs, and tissues communicate thought, feelings, and sensation collaborating to form an experience. He also added that the living body, thoughts, emotions, and experiences are all one, and this belief contends that the self and perception are both included within the physical body. As a result, the physical body is considered as a part of the self. To end this lesson, would like to quote Socrates' words of wisdom, which say to find yourself, think for yourself. Hope this discussion brought you new learnings and enlightenment about understanding yourself. So that's it. Thank you for listening attentively.